Well, we're glad that you came out tonight and that you are here because you're interested in learning about how to be better educated about internet safety and social media, and also to educate yourself about human trafficking. And we're really excited to have our Bardstown and Nelson County canine officers here, and the good part will be coming later when they bring in their dogs. So I want to just briefly talk a little bit about what the P.A.T.H Coalition is. It's partners advocating towards health for our community. And so the P.A.T.H Coalition has been around the last 10 years. It's kind of taken a different focus. I am the chairperson. It was being run through a grant, and after the 10-year grant, monies kind of for the grant, there wasn't anything else to sustain it. So now we have a new focus, and we're hoping to get new members. We usually meet, I don't have the next meeting set up quite yet, but we usually meet once a month or every other month, usually the third Tuesday of the month at Pizza Hut from 12 to 1, and we feed you for free. And we do that because we know that you have to take time out of your day to eat lunch, but we also do that because we want to have people that are committed to substance abuse issues for the youth in our community, and that are dedicated to changing the lives of the youth in our community. So some of the things that the P.A.T.H Coalition, why you should support the P.A.T.H Coalition, it's the only group dedicated to reducing youth drug abuse in Nelson County. Reducing the number of youth drug abusers in turn reduces adult drug users, making Nelson County a better place to live and work. And it also increases workplace productivity. And Nelson County has grown so much in the past 10 years. We have a lot of new industry. And the coalition strives to educate the community on youth drug issues, supports other community drug prevention efforts, and advocates for community level changes. And as you can see, that's why we're doing this tonight, because we call this event Our Town. It's our town, it's our health, it's our future, and the youth is our future. So I'm going to talk a few minutes and just kind of let you know about our first guest, Scott Harvey. I had the pleasure of introducing him to our middle school this afternoon, and Scott is a sergeant with the Nicholasville Police Department. He's been with them over 16 years. He has taught DARE for the DARE program for about 14 years, and he has spoken to over 40,000 people across the state of Kentucky and also in different states. So he has a pretty packed schedule this summer. He will be speaking in different parts of the country. He will be in Indianapolis, Indiana. He will be at the DARE conference in Texas this summer. So he's a busy man. And without further ado, I'm going to turn things over to Mr. Scott Harvey.
So that's what you call an attention-getting slide. In a crowd this size, it's not as extremely important as it was this afternoon with 400 middle schoolers in the gymnasium of the gym. The more noise you can make for middle schoolers, the more likely they're going to listen to you. So that slide is designed to get people's attention. If you can't see the screen, you're going to want to move to where you can, because I'm not much to look at. The screen is where the show is going to be happening. So check out this video and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, Lindsay, you're up.
Today I'm going to talk about Patty. Patty's best characteristics, she's stupid. Stupid and ugly. Everything she does is ugly. Watch her eat. Watch her stuff her face. Look at her. Greasy hair, dirty fingernails. It makes me want to vomit. Her dad doesn't work, they have no money. That's why she wears that nasty pink sweater. Everyone hates her, even the teachers, and they're supposed to like everyone. Get a life, Patty. Thank you.
If you wouldn't say it in person, why say it online? Delete cyberbullying. Don't write it, don't forward it. Every time I show that video, I get the same reaction. It makes people uncomfortable. So I continue to show that video. I showed it today to the middle school. They didn't much care for it because they know that that's wrong. And they know it's wrong to use a microphone to tear down one of their classmates in front of the whole school. That makes sense to them. I actually told them if I were to use my microphone to start tearing down one of their classmates, a lot of them would get up and leave. A lot of them would make enough noise to where I couldn't be heard. And a lot of them would circle around that student and tell them things like, don't listen to him, he doesn't know you. And they would start undoing some of that damage. And yet I read posts like this every day online. I'm very plugged into social media. I am a big fan of it. So if you brought your kids tonight hoping some guy's gonna tell them to ditch it all, I'm not that guy. Because the social media is not the issue. It's our lack of understanding of it and our unintended consequences of how we use the social media. As she said, I've been at the police department 16 years, which makes me older than anybody that was in my presentation today at the middle school, which officially makes me old, or makes me a cop longer than they've been alive. But I do my best to stay up with what kids are doing because that's my job. I do dangerous things for the police department, like I eat lunch in the middle school cafeteria. It's the most dangerous part of my day. I eat there because the food's amazing. It's really not, but I keep thinking if I tell myself that enough times, I'll find it to be true. The reason I eat in the cafeterias is because of the conversations I have with the students. I supervise our school resource officer program. We have 5 police officers, 1 in each of our 2 middle schools, each of our 2 high schools, and 1 in our alternative middle high school. And I read all their case reports and help them when they need help. So if I don't know what our youth are into, I'm no help to them. And so this presentation came out of a bullying presentation that I'd been doing for a couple of years. And the more I talk to parents, the more I realize you don't have a clue, some of you, as to what's happening online. This video kind of sets the stage for the things that are being said. So I have been known to take posts like this video and visit parents with them. I print them off, Twitter pages, Facebook pages. I print them off and I visit parents, which makes me very unpopular with students, but that's part of my job, right? Show up in full police uniform and say, this is what Junior's been putting online, and then I leave. And some of you parents were like, well, I'll solve that problem after you leave. I know, that's why I leave, right? I don't want to see it, but I just want you to fix it. Because I grew up middle of 3 boys raised by a single mom, and if the cops ever showed up at my house and said, this is what Scott's been doing, and then they left, I'd be tackling that police officer in my front yard. Because I would rather be at the police department with them than home with my angry mama. Because she still to this day doesn't play, right? She'll give me that look and I'll apologize for what I don't know, but I know what comes after that look and it's not good stuff. So that's why I visit parents with them, just to let them know this is what your child has been doing online. And when we know more, we can do more. That's the point. So, as I said earlier, I'm a big fan of social media. I use most of it. Partly because it's my job, partly because I'm a social person. I can always be talking to people through social media. I love my technology, but as I said, the technology is not the problem. It's how it's used that creates the problems, or it's our lack of understanding. And I do this presentation for students as well. And I actually tell students, you don't fully understand the technology. They're like, I can show you how to use it. No, you can show me how to be the end user. You have no clue how it actually works. You just know what buttons to push to make it do what you want it to do. And we'll talk about what that means by the time we're done today. Why do I do this presentation? That's 2 of my main reasons right there. Those are my babies. That picture was taken about a year ago at a father-daughter dance. We go to those periodically. Why? Because I've been dating them for years. And I know eventually there's going to be some boy that's not good enough for either one of them that's going to show up at my house to pick them up. And I want them to know how they're supposed to be treated on a date, so that's why I've been dating them for years. I'm hoping that first young man pulls up in my driveway and honks the horn. Because I will go out and get in the passenger seat. And we'll talk about how you respect women when you take them out and you come and you shake their dad's hand and that kind of stuff. I'll put my gun down long enough that I've been cleaning while he's there to shake his hand, right? That's my job as the dad. But Grace is now 13. Marin is now 9 years old. This picture was taken last year. But those are my babies. And that picture's here for two reasons. One, it's my presentation and they're my kids, and I just wanted to put it in there. But reason number two, more important to you, we're going to talk about stories, statistics, and numbers today. Every one of those stories, every one of those statistics is somebody's baby. These just happen to be mine. Now, my 13-year-old who's getting ready to go into high school, she's less than thrilled that I travel the country calling her my baby. And with this picture. Because she's asked me, she's like, Dad, I'm kind of big. When do I quit being your baby? And I'm like, aren't you cute? Never. Never, right? I don't care how old they get, they're going to look like this to me. But it's real kids with real issues that just need some real help. That's what we're talking about. So if we had more time, we would unpack each of the popular social networks, but we're not going to do that tonight because we have a limited time frame. But understand, these are the top four. Facebook, not in that particular order. Facebook is the #1 social media site in the world, followed directly by Twitter. And then, believe it or not, Pinterest and Instagram, they share third place. They rotate back and forth for third place. And some of you are like, well, Pinterest is not even a social media network. It is, actually. And I'm sorry. It is, but it's one of the biggest in the country right now. It's #3, sharing with Instagram. But there's some others that are in the top 10, if you will. Google Plus, which to me, I ask Google to do one thing for me, and that's find stuff. But they actually have a social media platform. Anybody use Google Plus and love it? Use it every day? No? I didn't think so. How many of you use Gmail, Google Docs, or Google Calendar? Okay, then every one of you has a Google Plus account. You just didn't know it. You signed up for their social media platform when you signed up for Gmail, Google Docs, or Google Calendar. You're on their social media platform. It gives them a lot of information about you. They don't use it for bad stuff. They use it to sell you stuff, which I'm actually a fan of. I don't want to see advertisements for things I don't want. Google is able to send me advertisements for things that I want. But Google Plus is on the top 10 list of social media. Anybody know that one? Vine. Yes. The world of the 6-second video. The longest video you can upload to Vine is 6 seconds. Because honestly, who has time for a 30-second commercial? Now, I actually like Vine because I'm a little bit ADD. I'm easily distracted. And if I have watched a 5-minute YouTube video of yours and it's terrible, I'll never get those 5 minutes of my life back. But if I watch your Vine video and it's terrible, it's 6 seconds, we can still be friends, right? I've not lost anything except 6 seconds of my life. But a lot of students are using Vine. What's that one? The students won't know this. That's LinkedIn. It's one of the biggest social media sites in the world right now, and the students don't know it. Why? Because it's full of old people. LinkedIn is for professionals. It's so you can surf social media at work and call it working. The boss comes in and says, what are you doing? I'm networking. No, you're not. You're surfing the internet. Get to work, right? That's LinkedIn. YouTube, somebody's like, well, that's not social media. Talk to your students about it. It's very much a social media platform. And I can show you high schoolers with 100,000 subscribers to their YouTube channel. And I can show you 17, 18-year-olds making close to 6 digits of income based on their YouTube channel. Because when you get that many people visiting your YouTube, you can sell ads and you can make a living on YouTube. And there are students doing that. Now, here's why I love YouTube. When we have a fight in Nicholasville, I go to YouTube and I find the video. Because that's where it is. Because the students will video it and they will upload it, then we will copy it and we will go and we will charge the people that are on the video. It's awesome. They do my work for me, right? YouTube is where they upload their videos of whatever fight happened at school or in the park. Somebody pulls out their phone, they tape it, upload it, we pull it off the internet, and then we have a copy to put into evidence. It's really nice, right? What's that last one? Snapchat. All the students are like Snapchat, and the adults are like, it's a ghost. I have nothing, right? Let me, in full disclosure, Snapchat is the only one up here that I don't use. Let me tell you why. Snapchat's claim to fame is when you send your snap, after a few seconds of being viewed, it's deleted. Here's my problem with that. I've been saying for about a year and a half since Snapchat started, nothing is ever deleted. The tech blogs about 8 months ago came out and said it still exists on both devices, the one that sent it and the one that received it. And let me blow your mind a little bit more. If I text from me to this gentleman here, it doesn't go from my phone to his. It goes from my phone to a server, possibly 1,000 miles from here, where a copy is made and a copy is sent to him. So I delete, he deletes, it's still on a server. It still exists. And actually last week, I just read the Federal Trade Commission laid the smackdown on Snapchat and said, you gotta quit telling people it's deleted, because it's not. And if the Federal Trade Commission gets involved, that's a big deal. And the reason I don't have Snapchat, that sounds good that it gets deleted. What that actually does is it encourages students to share things that they shouldn't be sharing in the first place. Because if I think it's gonna be deleted, then I'm safe. But it's not deleted, and I can screenshot it when you send it to me before it's deleted, and then I have a copy of it. And when I tell students that, they're like, I get notified if you screenshot it. I don't care. I still have it, and you can't get it back. So notify you all you want, it's mine, and I can do with it what I want. So Snapchat, to me, dangles a carrot down a very dangerous path for our kids because they think it's safe, because they think it's deleted. It's never deleted. Nothing on the internet is gone, okay? And we'll talk about what that means as we go.